to the top right, we have the Protoss player for Team FXO. He was the one who finally defeated Creator, stopped the run of the Prime Protoss. Here we have him starting for FXO. His ID is
FXO Tier!
FXO Tier able to put the first point onto the scoreboard for FXO for his team. He's up against the Terran player on Grand Lagoon at the bottom left. In blue, we have the Marine Prince. Yes.
Maru, fly!
And Maru Prime so far not queuing up any extra SCVs. Looks like he wants to play a barracks opening rather than a CC first on this map. I would not be surprised to see Maru try to go for a gas tech build on this map as well. It's a little bit bigger, but it is two-player. Not a proxy, but something similar to what we saw in our very first match of the day with Gumiho versus Creator.
He definitely has a plan for this map. It's his choice, so he has an idea of what exactly he wants to execute here. And the last games that he played against Protoss were pretty successful. He took down the Tassadar with a 2-0 at one of the Iron Squid qualifiers. And in the GSL in Code A, he had to face a JYP and didn't drop a single map to the EG Protoss player. Starting with gas here, Maru really loves to be the aggressor, and with the gas that he's currently getting, we might just see him to be once again being the aggressive player here.
Yeah.
But the Probe Scout, that's something that he can't deny here.
He can't deny it. It's just it's the natural way of things. The Probe will get in here. Now the gas being scouted is really important for Tier, and I'm really curious to see how he's going to react to this. This is probably actually going to be one of these drop builds. There's several different ones floating around right now, but like I said before, they almost always do damage, and for that reason, you're just going to keep seeing them.
And the problem is you have to do the damage. If you really go for a build like this, your opponent will be ahead a bit in economy. And if you don't do any damage at all, then you're just so far behind. But you're completely right. If you hit the natural and the main base, then of course there's a really good chance that you will take down at least a few of your opponent's harvesters. It's kind of the same that we saw in Cloud Kingdom today when Creator was playing against Gumiho.
Chrono hits this gateway, but rather than not going for probes or Gate Research, interesting choice against a tech opening. And he's not taking his own gas. This indicates that even though he's seen gas of his opponent, he really wants to take his expansion. And that's something that Maru is probably hoping for at this point.
We have him with a pylon to the left side of the map already.
Yeah, and it's kind of a mystery at this point. What that's going to be for.
Bunker immediately thrown down by Maru. Playing this pretty defensive here.
No chance that he's going to get pressured here. Now, I'm really curious if he's just going to make the Nexus. I think he may just do it. He's Creator. I mean, I'm sorry, he's not Creator, he's Tier. I'm still stuck in that Protoss mindset of Creator earlier, but he's unlike Creator, actually, very much so in that he's usually the more aggressive player, the more unique player. If it were Creator, he would just be like, yeah, I'm Creator so I can hold this, but we saw Gumiho try to dismantle Creator. Didn't go so well with an aggressive gas opening like this. But Tier is a different opponent entirely, and so is Maru is different from Gumiho. So the way this is going to turn out is already different because we see a fast command center here.
And we also have currently the starport being built, so without the second gas, this is going to be a medevac once again. And the Hellions have been shown. This is something that Tier could identify. So he will be able to defend against it, or at least see it coming. His robo is already halfway done, so he will also have observers in position. Needs to be a bit careful here. So far he doesn't really have a lot of production, but well, he's going to add the additional gateway soon. There's number 2.
Yeah, nice micro by Maru, picking off some of the Zealots' hit points earlier. Now he's got 4 Hellions out. When the first 4 Hellions are shown, that's going to be when he realizes, oh, okay, this is a reactor Hellion build. He's got a lot of Hellion production here. And nice trap on the probe. Takes the other ones to the Watchtower. This is going to be a Nexus he can't mine from for a while.
Yep. The medevac is currently being built, so exactly what you would expect with this type of build. He's not going for this additional aggression with the Marines. He's just making sure that he has enough Hellions to pressure the natural and the main base. He's keeping the Hellion production up with the reactor factory, and of course now with the medevac he has also the means of just dropping into the main base. But this is something that Tier is going to expect.
Yeah, he certainly will. I'm thinking about this from a standpoint of what Tier can do to stop this, and right now his gateway production has been added. I feel like the window that Maru would have on a smaller map like Entomb Valley, for example, or even like Antigua.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, he barely misses that.
Just.
And with a smaller map, he would have already been there, and he wouldn't have had as much time.
Wolf, the second observer, misses the dropship too. This is horrible for Tier. He at least has the stalkers in. He actually moves them away. He didn't see.
This is exactly what Maru wants. He totally draws his attention away into the natural. Now in the main base, he's starting to kill so many workers there.
Oh my god, they're lining up, and he's getting off another fusion.
Oh, wow. I think that was 4 probes there that went down in that
brutal.
shot.
13, 14 in total have been killed.
And go to the natural again. Oh, these probes are lined up, but he does not attack properly.
This is so much mining time that he's losing.
These probes are like a centipede of probes. Well, this is not going to work out.
No, not at all. He's losing 2 of the Hellions, not even getting off a single shot, but the damage has been done. He killed 14 Harvesters. This was definitely worth it.
Yep. And back at home, he's got his own natural up. 33 to 26 with a third command center finishing up right now. He's going into Banshees as well. This is exactly what Maru wants, and Tier cannot be happy with how that turned out. Both observers missed out.
Not at all. I mean, Tier is looking at a really bad economy if you compare it to Maru's economy with the 3 command centers that he has. He can soon go into triple SCV production. He already has more Harvesters than his opponent. He has to be a little bit careful that Tier is not able to do damage with the army that he has on the map. But on the other hand, this is going to be, if Maru holds, if Maru defends now, he's in the best position possible.
Yeah, this Warp Prism is really interesting to me. I don't know exactly what he's going to use it for. Right now,
well, this Warp Prism actually gives him the chance to circumvent the bunkers, because Maru, as you can see, is just going for 3 bunkers. He has the SCVs in position. So if he's able to hit the main base with a Warp Prism, that is something that Maru isn't really going to expect.
And time is of the essence right now. He needs to do this right now before there's enough units to be in the main base and at the natural. Because, like you said, if he gets into the main base, circumvents the bunkers, there's not going to be a lot of units there. But if he waits for a few more rounds of units, there will be enough. And the Raven spots everything. He's going to be so careful, though, here. The Banshee is starting to go to work on these probes. Meanwhile, back at home, nice pick off of the starport.
He sees it now. He's moving in. That's the first warp in. The Banshee's still doing damage.
He's going to do the elevator tactic. This is Tier. This is what he's known for. He's the wild card. He just does stuff like this when he's behind. Auto turret goes down. SCVs are off the line. This is a critical moment. Does he have enough?
He's producing Marauders and also Marines. This is just so close. The Banshee still doing damage at the top right. The Raven just being secured just a second.
That force field is so critical. It really denies all the Terran units from fighting.
This is so close. Maru is losing so much here. He's losing Harvester after Harvester. Is already down to 26 SCVs. He takes down the last Stalker, but this someone's lost.
Well,
he actually moves him back with the A move.
That he's gonna trade 2 Stalkers for this Immortal, I think, to save it. Well, he actually is gonna warp in here. He wants to drop everything off.
You know, even though we have 18 kills now for Tier, Maru took down 25 SCVs. He has the triple command center.
Triple mules plus triple
production.
Production, exactly.
And look at the upgrades. He's going for +1/+1 already. Even though this was not too bad for Tier, Maru... Oh, he salvages the bunker right as they are. Well, okay. There are too many units. This Warp Prism is not doing anything.
Forces a stim, but right now Tier has to do something else like this, because he's taken the first step in equalizing the worker count just a little bit. Because imagine if he hadn't done this, it would still be 3 command centers against 2 Nexi. But he's got to do something more, and I just don't know what that's going to be. He's getting Colossi. Maybe he wants to hit a timing with Colossi with range, maybe 2 of them. But the thing is, Vikings will be out by that time because he's had the starport up for so long. He's also going to have 1/1.
He's falling behind so fast. He doesn't have the +1/+1. He doesn't even have the forges. He's just started to build them. We have now a lot more units for his opponent. We have Combat Shield coming up. He's getting additional production. He just has the better income. So everything for Maru is looking really, really good. Whereas Tier, he's kind of losing out on his chance to take this game. He needs a better production. He needs more income. And it's just going to be so difficult for him to get any of these going.
Yeah. No third base. That third base should be just... I mean, he's got dreams of a third base, but if he takes one, it's going to become a nightmare.
Yeah, and the problem is, even if he takes the third base right now, first of all, he can't really defend it, and then playing a catch-up game now, it's not really what he wants to go for.
Look at that Hellion. What an assassin.
He has to hope for Maru making a mistake.
And this could be the mistake he wants. If this drop that he's probably going to send to the main base fails and they can get a good warp off into the main, that could be a pretty good trade. I love people are bringing these Ravens, by the way.
Yeah, the point defense drone is going to be so helpful with this.
So many people are starting to do this recently, and it's kind of strange that it took so long to catch on, but it's amazing, actually.
Here comes the Warp Prism, and this is going to be a pretty nice timing. He has units at the natural defending it. He needs to identify the Warp Prism threat. And here comes the drop into the main base. The point defense drone is going to be dropped in just a few seconds. There's a lot. If he stims in, he can take down this Colossus.
Yep.
But he takes down the Robo first, which is so smart.
No warp in here. Now he starts to move that Prism. Oh, he's going to get the Bay. God. And he will probably get out.
This is brilliant for him. This is like the best scenario ever. He took down the robotics facility. He cancelled the extended thermal lance tech. Took down the Bay. It couldn't be any better at all.
Even the point defense drone protects his retreat. The Vikings will take out this Warp Prism. He kills a few Harvesters there. I think maybe he got 5 in total there with those 2 Zealots. But look at that. He's out. It's like he was never there. And, I mean, that's what it looks like. But honestly, Creator is going to be feeling the fact that he was there for a long time.
And now Tia is trying to take this third base, but the only question is, will Maru see it? Will Maru scout that there's the attempt of getting a third? And he has the Medivac to the top left. I think he saw it, yeah. He sees it with the Medivac, so now he knows there's third base attempt of his opponent. There's already a small drop, but as soon as Maru moves out with his army, he's going to destroy this third. I don't think that there's a chance for Tia to hold it.
I don't think he'll be able to hold it. He'll have to cancel. A little bit surprised Maru waited so long to take his own third on the ground. He moves it over now. But his army is incredible.
You know, he has the Viking count. He's at 4. He's getting additional ones. There's only 1 Colossus. There's 1 Immortal. The
Charge
upgrades
is not done.
Yeah, the upgrades are pretty decent for Maru. And he's moving in. He has also the Medivacs. They're not in the best shape, but this army foot here is just not strong enough.
Yeah, he can't hold the Nexus. He tries to, and because he tries, he will not only lose the Nexus, but he will lose this game right now.
It's a loss-loss situation for him. Either trying to hold the Nexus or not getting a third base, and then just watching how Maru gets farther and farther ahead in the match. He doesn't even cancel.
GG. No cancel, as you said. He was too busy typing GG. And Maru, because I am ready to clean up house, bring out the Linoctopus, because I only need 2 points, and I'm already halfway there.
Yeah, it has to be Lenok. Lenok is going to be the last player. Maru happy with his win. Now he's up in a Zerg versus Terran. I think there is no question about it. And there are still so many players on the Prime bench. With Björn, with Marine King, the Terrans alone.
Yeah. There is a shot of Choya. This is a tense moment for him because we've talked about this before, but if you're just tuning in, whoever loses this match is out. They will not be able to go to the semifinals. It's all down to this, and they've got 1 player left.
And FXO is the defending champion, so there's actually a lot on the line for them. So right now we have a 4-1 for the Prime team, and, well, it's up to Lenok now, I guess.
I think so. I mean, if we see anybody else, I want to see a full 12-page report on why that choice was made. I mean, everyone on FXOpen's got certain talents and skills, but only 1 player, I feel, on the whole team has the ability to get as many kills as
he came second at MLG just a week ago, so it has to be Lenok. There is just no question about it. He's the only player who might have a slim chance of actually turning this team match around.
Yeah, you know, Lenok is one of the players who plays best, I feel, without a lot of preparation. I mean, that's why he does so well at these offline events like MLG, where you don't know exactly who your opponents are going to be. You play through an open bracket oftentimes, or even if you're in the actual pool play, you don't really know who you're going to face once you start getting through that bracket afterwards. I think Lenok is the perfect choice. There's no one else in my mind that could even come close on that bench who's left right now.
What do you think, which map is he actually going to pick? The thing is, he has to play all of them, so right now he has the choice. Do I want to play Antigua against Maru, or would I rather play Antigua against Marine King?
Or Björn, I mean...
He has to play it eventually, so that's the only choice that he has to make right now. Do I want to play Antigua against Maru, or against one of the other Terrans?
Alright, Lenok, get out and get in that booth and wait for you.
I could actually see him picking Antigua here. I feel that playing against Maru on Antigua, he's a little bit better off than playing against Marine King or Björn on this map.
Maru looking pretty set. You know, he is the prince to the Marine King who is there in the booth with him. And Marine King is showing him with his guts saying, man, I've been to the future. I know what's going to happen here. And he's whispering in his ear, I'm not going to split it for you guys. But he told me to. And Lenok is 11-10 here in the GSTL. A pretty good win rate to have. And like you said, this guy is the only choice.
I want to see the map. I'm so pumped for his map choice. I want to see if he wants to get Antigua out of the way right now, or if he's going to choose another map.
I mean, most people would pick Whirlwind for the
but
matchup, but then it's just like, well, you're going to have to play it eventually, man. Like,
exactly. You have to play it either against Marine King or against Young if you don't pick it right now. So,
and since he's the last player, no matter what, all maps will be used.
Exactly.
There's no chance that he's just not going to have it later.
If I was in his shoes, I would definitely pick it. We actually have a 5-minute break, guys.
Yeah,
we got so excited here. We were like
tense and excited, man.
I want this game to start. But well, guys, I guess we have to wait a little bit longer. So we see you in 5, and then we have Lenok up against Maru.